All right, everyone, I wanted to talk about my experience with getting my boat wrapped. So I called out to a bunch of different companies here in Jacksonville, Florida, and had no responses, sent emails, no responses, waited a week. No one responded back. So I reached out to a couple other my buddies and asked them where they got their wraps at. And Shaw Grisby hit me up and told me about a place in Leesburg. And then I read a place in Ocala that had good reviews. I won't mention the name yet because I haven't got the boat back yet. So I want to see what it looks like first. But I'll explain my experience. Again, when you go to get your boat wrapped, make sure you have some kind of design or some kind of a start. Maybe a logo, all your logos, have all your vector files. Make sure you have all that to spoon feed and actually give those to your designer. The designer is going to pay you by the hour. And again, every place is different, but they charge $150 an hour at the place I'm at right now. So they said the minimum was at 1 hour to put the boat wrapped together. Now that was with me. I provided everything. I had all my vector files from all my logos for my sponsors. I also had all the, so I'm opening up a bait shop. So I had the fence bait and tackle. I had hand drawn the main logo. So I had my logo there. And then I went on Photoshop. I downloaded the app and I paintbrushed it and made sure that it was a vector file to put on there. So I pretty much designed the whole boat myself. They didn't really have to do any designs on it. And then my background scheme, I send that to them as well, which you'll see the video here in a little bit. I'll post what it's gonna look like. Right now I'm driving to pick up the boat. So there was about a 2-week wait to get into this location. It's about a 2-hour drive from me. So I wanted to make sure I had everything up front, make sure everything was done before I dropped my boat off. And what I didn't want is have my boat sitting there for a long period of time outside, exposed to the elements. So I dropped my boat off on Monday. They told me it'd be a week, and I got to pick it up today by 2 o'clock due to the holidays. They're going to shut early today for the holidays. So I'm heading there right now to pick it up. But for the most part, it was a little tough because it was a 2-hour trip in between where the place was at. I think this would have been a lot easier if I could have sat down with the designer and just knocked it out real quick. There was email conversation, so I would get an email like 3 o'clock. They closed at 4 o'clock, so I would respond. I wouldn't hear anything back to the next day. So the communication piece was a little off. I think it could have been a little better. So I think next time I'm going to try to do somewhere local. Maybe I'll do some research and find someone that around here. Also, I did a lot of research on the different types of styles of wraps. So what you want to do is just go through. There's thousands of pictures out there of boat ramps, boats and the different wraps. You can see kind of what wrap you want, what kind of design you want, and take those ideas and make it your own, reinvent it, and put your style to it. So hopefully mine will come out good. Again, make sure you just get marine quality wrap, that you're actually going to get something that's going to last you. This one, they say it's a 3-year wrap. I'll probably only have it for a year, maybe 2 years before I'll change it out. I'll probably pull it off and change it again next year. That way I have something different each year. I might even get a different boat next year. So I definitely will be changing my wrap. But the wrap, again, the reason I'm getting the wrap, not only for my sponsors, advertising, and for my company, but also it protects my boat. So if you've seen my other videos, you'll see that my boat's all white. All white Skeeter looks awesome, looks sharp. It's like kind of like a black vehicle. When you have it cleaned up, it looks really, really nice, but it shows dirt. A lot of the areas I fish, like St. John's River, you have that film that gets on the side of the boat. So when you come out of the water, it looks pretty nasty, and it shows every single blemish on the boat. So that's another reason why I want to make sure I get a wrap on there. And again, I don't want to scratch the boat up. The wrap will protect your boat, and it'll also keep it nice and shiny and protect the gel coat for resale value. So I'll go to resell the boat, I'll peel the wrap off, and the boat will look good. So as far as sponsors on there, so everybody always asks me about sponsors. Hey, how do I get sponsors? What is the process of getting sponsors, and how the sponsors going to help you out? So for my sponsors, what I did is I sent them an email and I said, hey, I'm looking to wrap my boat. What can you do for me? And what they did is they sent me the requirements. I said, hey, I want to be the main logo. That's not going to work because I got Defense Bait and Tackle as the main logo. So they came back and said, hey, if you do a 16 by 10 of our particular logo, we'll do this. So each one of them had a certain criteria, and again, you kind of work back and forth with your sponsor. But what you're doing is you're providing, you know, everywhere you go. I drive down the roads, all my videos, social media, they're getting a lot of advertising from your boat, and that's something too they ask when you go to send in that resume or send in that request to the sponsor. Make sure you show how many social media accounts you have. Show them some examples of videos showing their product. So, for instance, Fitzgerald Rods. Okay, that's one that one of my rod companies. So they're awesome company. Great. Trevor's awesome. So I'm going to have their logo on there. I got 16 by 10 on the side, and that's because I believe in the product. I use them. I usually have 8 or 9 of their rods on my deck at any time, and they have pretty much any kind of rod you need, and they're really good with their flipping rods. So I have their Okeechobee rod, their Big Mat rod. Those are must-have, especially when I'm swinging at 1 ounce to 2 ounce weight, punching. And then they have the lighter rods that's still a heavy, but it has a lot of action. It's very sensitive, so that's really good for the flipping. So that's when I'm using my half ounce weights up to 1 ounce. So and again, YOLO Tech, I'll have them on there because I definitely have YOLO Tech in the back of my boat. You definitely want to be recording all the videos so you're posting, but they're looking at your social media. So you're going to look at your numbers, and they're going to look at, hey, how much actual coverage are they going to get if they invest into you? So like for instance, my YouTube, I have I think it's 87,000 followers right now. So my YouTube is taking off. I've only had it on there for a year. Then I've got my TikTok. My TikTok's at 31,000, I think right now, 32,000. And then I have, you know, all my other accounts are slowly growing. Like, for some reason, Instagram takes a long time. I don't know why Instagram is so slow, but I have close to 4,500 on Instagram. So if you haven't checked out all my other videos, check those out. Definitely follow me on my different accounts. I try to post daily videos. Some of them are funny. I try to do some funny stuff in there, and I also do how-to videos. And again, I'm opening up at a bait shop, so I'll be showing my products, showing what I have, why I have them. And I will not sell anything in my bait shop that I do not use personally. Okay, so a lot of people are like, oh, what kind of colors are you going to use? I will only use the colors I use. So if you see it in my bait shop, that's something I'm using on tour or on my trails. So I'll be fishing those in the MLF Toyota series. I'll be fishing those on the ABA Opens, also the MLF's BFLs. So all these tournaments, this is the baits I use. So definitely go check out my shop that opens up in January, so next month. I have some stuff posted there right now, but if you want to check that out, it's defensebaitandtackle.org. So that is in the making right now, still under construction. You can kind of see some of the stuff I've got on there. I've got spear point hooks. If you haven't seen those before, check those out. They have a unique bend in them. They're very, very sticky. They I used them in the last tournament, and they're phenomenal with worm. If you get a bite and you set it and pull straight up on it, that hook is pinned. The hook will actually go through the gill plate on the side, and you'll need pliers to get them out. But they have a very long needle like point to them, and they also have a bend in them that pinches the lip. So if you get a hook set on there, that fish, I don't care how much it flips on top of the water or comes out of the water, it's not going to throw the hook. You're going to get that fish in there. They're coming out with a new line of treble hooks that I'm really looking forward to, because anybody that does any fishing, they know that treble hooks are it's a gamble. And whenever you have a fish that's jumping out of the water, especially anything over six pounds, you got to make sure that fish does not jump, because it will throw the hook. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to, is these unique bends in the hooks, and also the quality of the hooks. The hooks do not bend on you after multiple hook sets. So I can catch 8 or 9, 10 fish before I change out my hook. So those are on my website as well. And then I'll have some other companies joining in here. I've got some requests out for some of the other companies, the baits I use in these tournaments. Again, I will not post anything on my websites or in my videos that I do not use. Get Hook Magic Baits is another one that I use. Get Hook Magic Baits, they have flukes, they got a jerk shad, they have a good line of frogs, so you'll see my frogs posted on there. They also have the different types of vibration worms, so speed worms. They have the ultra speed worms. They also have the magnum speed worms, the larger size. So those are good. And then they have the 10-inch worms along with the 10-inch lizards. So lizards are a must-have, especially if you're fishing in Florida. I've done really well with the lizards. If you watch my videos, I caught a 10-2 this year on a one of the watermelon red lizards. So they're really good. And he's also coming out with his spinnerbait line, and then he's got other items. He's got terminal tackle on his website. So again, I'm all about supporting smaller shops too, homegrown businesses, and but I will have some bigger names in there as well. So really look forward to that, because I want to help you guys out. I want to help out the different fishermen, just like people have helped me out. They've kind of mentored me and helped me along. And a lot of you on here, especially my followers, I've been watching your videos and learning from you. So I'm not a know-it-all, but I am all about helping people out and learning. Each year I get a little bit better, and I can't wait for 2023, because I feel like a lot of things I learned towards the end of this season, had I known those at the beginning of the season, I probably would have been in the top 5 in a lot of my tournaments. So definitely did some upgrading on my gear, my equipment. This year I will have a 360 on my boat, so I will have the Humminbird 360. Also, I have the live scope. I did not have those last year. I did try the active target, the Lowrance active target, and it was okay. I wasn't really impressed with it. I took it back. I think the next iteration they have coming out, I think that's going to be a better system. But I just wasn't impressed with the quality of the active target. I do like the by the way, I'm not sponsored by Humminbird or Lowrance, so I do have both of them on my boat. So this year I am running dual consoles behind my console. I have dual screens. One's a Humminbird, one's a Lowrance. The reason I'm doing that is the HDS Live is a faster processor, and it's also touchscreen. So I'm able to, just like my iPhone, I'm able to move the screen and allow it to pinpoint where I'm going, and it uploads fast. I was noticing on my Humminbirds, they were lagging on the GPS. I didn't like that, especially when I'm doing 75 miles per hour down a river bend. I don't want my screen to be upgrading, and I have to slow down my boat to allow it to catch up. So I needed to process fast. So that's one thing I do like about the HDS Live, and that's why I'm running just that graph. Only thing I have on that graph is going to be my GPS, and then the other is going to be doing my side scan. Again, the Humminbirds are a little better with shallow water, and that's pretty much all I fish here in Florida is 12 foot and less. Sometimes I go out to 16, 17 feet, but for the most part I'm 12 foot or less, so the Humminbirds really shine, especially on the side scan and the down scan. So that's why I'll be running for those. And then on the bow, I'm going to add one more graph. Right now I have 2. I'm going to do 3 on the front. I'm going to add my HDS Live up on the bow, which was going to give me that faster processor for my GPS. I'll have one screen dedicated to my 360, and then I'll have the Garmin will be dedicated to my live scope. So that's my setup this year. And again, I'll do some videos showing how I set my graphs up, what different sensors I use for different stuff. I'm also going to show, I'm going to go out next week and do a couple videos. I'll probably go out to headwaters and do some videos on bed fishing. I'll do some videos on my HDS. Well, actually, I'll show you on the new 360, Mega 360. I'll show you how I search for beds, how you can see the fish coming in and off of those, and how you can target what area of the bed to hit. So if you haven't seen my video on bed fishing yet, check that out. I talk about how to watch the males, how they act, watch the females, the colors of the bass, and how that makes a difference. It tells you whether the fish is going to be active or not. There are some bed fish that are more aggressive and they're easier to catch than others, and there's a way to tell that. Also, you can look for the shad. The shad will also spawn around those bedding fish, so you want to look for the shad. And then something else you want to look for is the larger fish, and that's where the 360 comes in. The larger fish will be sitting in the middle of the channel, the canals, fish in the channel or canal. Those larger fish will be in that deeper water, and the males will come and push those larger bass, those females, up to the beds. So sometimes you'll be driving right over. I'll see people go right through the canal and start beating up the banks. And I'll come right in after them, and I'll fish the middle and catch all the big fish. And so don't be afraid to fish behind boats. Sometimes they don't know what they're doing. They're not doing the right thing. And I just kind of wait for them to get out of the canal. I'll go back up in their canal and I'll just suck up all the fish, because they're spooking the fish by going over top of them. You know, they shouldn't be making the cast down the middle of the canals. So a lot more videos to come. If you haven't checked out my different profiles, check those out. I got Facebook, I got Instagram, I've got the YouTube channel, and definitely TikTok. I did hear they're going to ban the TikTok. That's coming soon. So if they do ban TikTok, I'm going to try to build up my YouTube channel, and I'll try to build up my Instagram. Hopefully it'll come up something different, maybe a US version of the TikTok. But TikTok, I have more luck with that. I seem to have more followers. More people are active on those. You know, my videos take off. I get 1 million views on most of my videos. So I like the TikTok. Plus the TikTok's a little more friendly, user-friendly with building videos or making videos. So sometimes I enjoy that TikTok a lot better. But yeah, I'm heading to pick up my boat right now, and really interested to see what's going to look like. I'll do a couple of videos to show you me picking it up. You can look at the design, see what you think. It might be the best thing that ever happened. It might be the best wrap ever. And if it is, I'll definitely praise the company that helped me do this. But I appreciate y'all watching. And if you have any questions, leave those in the comments below. Or if you can also message me direct, and I'll answer any questions you have. And if you haven't already, check out my new tackle shop opening in January. That'll be Defense Bait Tackle. I'll be giving away a lot of discounts. You'll also be seeing the awards program to allow you to get 10% off. And eventually I'll be asking for sponsorships, so I'll be giving those out. So I'll be giving I'll do ambassadors, and also be doing pro staff. So if you're interested in that, hit me up as well. All right, thanks again for watching.